tonight in the audience is BFA teacher Mike Campbell. 10 years ago, Mike's stepdaughter, Grace Emery, passed away after a long and courageous and painful battle with neuroblastoma. She's one of the reasons we are here tonight. Her favorite place in the whole wide world was Camp Ta-Kum-Ta, South Hero. It is Vermont and New York's camp for children who have or have had cancer. 11 years ago, we had Grace in the studios of Cool 105 to tell us just what she thought about Camp Ta-Kum-Ta, and we now share that with you.
$112,000 for Camp Ta-Kum-Ta. That's going to pay for all these programs and things you'd like to do. What do you think? What do you think we ought to spend that money on?
Personally, I think the middle girls kind of should get it all, you know? We could have chocolate bathtubs and really nice beds. No, I think it's wonderful. The money is going to let us do so many things, and the kids who are in the hospital and the doctors say, oh, you can't go to Camp Ta-Kum-Ta, more of them will be able to.
Grace, why don't you just tell everybody what camp means to you?
You can't ask me a question like that, Liz. Meant so much to me. Sorry. Camp is the best place in the world for me. When I feel so down, I just think of Camp Ta-Kum-Ta and the goofy things we do, and just think that is the best place in the world, and without everyone's help, there'd be no way we could make Camp such a great place. But I don't know what else to say. It lets me be who I am, and it's a place just for me to be me, and just going through all that treatment. You can't really be yourself because you don't have a lot of options and decisions that you can make. It's a lot up to the doctor, but when you go to camp, you can just be yourself, and nobody cares that you are really skinny and really pale, or you're bald. They don't care. They just want to be with you, and that's the best feeling in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, I now direct your attention to the 50-yard line, where girls from BFA and Missisquoi Valley Union have a special message about Grace Emery.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are gathered on this field today for the 13th year together to spread awareness for those who have lost their battle to cancer and to give hope to those still fighting for something bigger than us. You just heard the voice of our Grace. I say our because although Grace is not physically with us today, she's instilled every single one of us with a perspective larger than life. If Grace were here today, she would probably be fighting each and every one of us for captain, because that was the type of person she was. She led by example, implemented kindness into every step she took, inspired those around her, and most importantly, represented strength in every battle she went to war against. Although she was able to experience many opportunities thanks to our community and groups such as Camp Ta-Kum-Ta and the Make-A-Wish Foundation. One very important wish that Grace did not receive was her Robin's Egg Blue Volkswagen Bug. In honor of 10 years since her passing, we ask everyone to pause, look up towards the sky, and wave as we release 10 Robin's Egg balloons to our Captain, Grace.
gentlemen, please rise as the Vermont Army National Guard presents the colors.
Hello and welcome to another edition of High School Sports here on Northwest Access TV. I'm Paul Snyder, Executive Director for Northwest Access TV, and we are here for the 2022 Powderpuff Game between MVU and BFA, with proceeds going to Camp Ta-Kum-Ta and the Jim Bashaw Cancer and Catastrophic Illness Fund. We welcome you for this broadcast. We've got a three-person crew here, another one on a laptop that is broadcasting you live to our YouTube station, as well as our channel on Northwest Access TV, channel 1079. I want to thank you for joining us for this special event. Again, this is this annual tradition dating back almost 13 years, one missing due to the pandemic, but most things were missing during that time. I'm looking forward to a hopefully friendly match here between BFA and MVU of flag football. I think we're looking at 4 12-minute quarters of running time. BFA sporting 48 seniors, and MVU with another, let's call it about 23 or so. Coaches currently meeting with their starters to go out onto the field. Hope you've enjoyed our broadcast so far this year for BFA football, MVU football, soccer over in Enosburg, Richford, MVU, and BFA. We're very fortunate to have a live broadcast game from the Collins Pearly Sports Complex. And thanks to the folks of the IT department for Maple Run for getting us the connection we need to bring you these live sports from the complex. We'll get out of the way in just a moment. We've got the coin toss over at midfield. So it looks as if BFA will start with the ball. No kickoffs here. MVU on defense. We're going to start off on the 25-yard line. We're going to play the full field, though, as well. So MVU lined up on defense, BFA on offense to begin this game. In motion, end around, and falls down. And I guess when you fall here, you will be down. That's number 5, Rowan Horrigan, with the ball. The field is a little slick. We saw this on Friday night for the BFA Bob White's game against Burlington, South Burlington. This might certainly be a north and south game and not necessarily going east and west. So 2nd and 15 for BFA. Once I see a number on the quarterback, we'll let you know who's making the calls back there. It's number 2. That is Elena Carpenter as she makes her way to the 50 before being tackled. A touchdown saving tackle by MVU as Carpenter had a head of steam going up the left side. I believe that was number 17, Eleanor McGuire, with the tackle. So BFA will get a new set of downs. And again, that's Elena Carpenter, your quarterback, number 2 for BFA. Just got the play call from the coaching sideline. Player in motion, Carpenter takes a snap, tosses over to the fullback. Makes a cut towards midfield, and he's still going. Number 40. That was number 40, Isabel Schuford. We'll learn the players' numbers as the game goes on. So she'll be stopped at the 30-ish yard line. Again, another first down for BFA. Easier to see the numbers now that we're on this angle of the field. So again, number 2, Carpenter, quarterback. We have Bushy split out to the right of her. Player in motion. Hand off to Bushy, takes up the left side. And flag tackle made, and then a real tackle made. And it's going to be another first down for BFA. Quickly making their way down. So again, we'll be playing 4 12-minute running time quarters here. BFA first and 10 on the 20-yard line. Carpenter with the snap, takes it herself, straight up the middle, and double tackle. 5 yards in. Again, number 17 for MVU grabbing a first, Eleanor McGuire. So we're on the 15-yard line for BFA. Person in motion, handoff, up and around. Number 5 is just tackled, so that was number 5, Rowan Horrigan. Tackled by number 14, Cassandra Reynolds, but it looks to be maybe a penalty on the field. Nope, just a first down. So 1st and 4 to go. And with only a few minutes into the game, we might be seeing our first touchdown of the game. Carpenter will take the hike, take it herself. She's going to counter off to the left side. A nice block by number 41, and Carpenter is in for the touchdown. BFA. A great blindside block by Molly Smith, number 41. Keep the defense contained. That's a touchdown for BFA. They are now up 6-0. Totally guessing here, but if it's anything like other flag football rules, if they decide to run the ball, I think it's 1 point, and if they pass the ball, it's 2 points. We'll see here. So whatever the scoreboard puts up there, and I'll report on it. But again, not too much time off the clock, just a little over 4 minutes, and it is now 6-0 BFA. Carpenter now split off wide, and she'll actually get the pass thrown to her. Number 40, Isabel Schuford, was the one who tossed it her way. So a failed extra point, but still 6 on the board. So the teams will switch here. Again, I just want to remind everyone what this fundraiser is all about. Both teams have been spending quite some time raising funds for Camp Ta-Kum-Ta and the Jim Bashaw Cancer and Catastrophic Illness Fund. Their goal this year was somewhere around $25,000, and they are optimistic they will reach that goal. Over the course of the last 13 years, the Powderpuff Game between MVU and BFA has raised in the realm of $240,000. So some great funds coming from local families and businesses and organizations, giving to a great cause that affects the people that live here in Franklin County. MVU with the handoff, number 3 going up the right side, and if she can cut the corner, she might be gone. And she just steps out of bounds. It's Erica Nichols, number 3. So she'll be out around the 49-yard line. So MVU answering back. Quarterback is number 10. She hands off to number 11, who fumbles the ball, and that'll be a stop in the backfield. Now I have to remember what number I just said. Number 11 was Madison Guyette. Trying to figure out who the quarterback was. I believe it was 10. Quarterback gets the ball and takes it off to the near side, cuts the corner. That is number 10, and she's tackled at the 45. So that's Destiny Pigeon. So it's now 3rd and 4 for the Thunderbirds. Two-back set. Pigeon takes the hike. Oh, no, not Pigeon. Number 13 instead. It's Ava Hubbard. And she was actually tackled in the backfield, even though she went pretty much past the entire line. Took a while for the defender to step up and say, yeah, actually, I have the flag. Play call coming in is now 4th and 12. Do not believe we'll be punting in this situation, but it's very possible we could see our first pass of the day by MVU. That's Hubbard, and no one snapped the ball. So that might be actually now offsides on BFA. And that's what they're going to do. So they're going to give MVU 5 yards here, which will make the attempt for a first down a little easier. It looks like we'll do the same play as well. So Hubbard gets the ball. She's going to hand it off. And the running back is going to try and get as far as she can. I think she did get the first down. She's right on the line. And let's see what the ref indicates here. He doesn't know. And it looks like we may have a first down, MVU. Both teams have definitely traveled well for the game. MVU has taken up the south side of the stands, BFA on the north side, and then a mix of parents, grandparents, relatives in the middle, sitting ever so nicely while the students go a little crazy in between plays. 1st and 10 MVU, 4:42 remaining in the game, or in the first quarter, not in the game. Quarterback takes the snap, and we got another run to the left side. And still running to the left side. And we've got a tackle at the 35-yard line by number 22, Madison Carey. So about 2nd and 6 or 7 or so for MVU. Couple substitutions. Ava Hubbard lined up at quarterback. She'll take the snap, hand it off, and up the middle, and let's go with regular tackle by BFA. That was number 3, Erica Nichols, with the ball. And the ball was pretty much placed where it started. So 3rd and 6 for MVU. So Pigeon back in at quarterback. 0-0, taking the very far ride around and tackled pretty much a yard from where they started, even though she ran for about 20. So it's going to be 4th and 4 now. 4th and 4, 4th and 5. Maybe about 5 yards or so. And they're definitely taking the run it wide outside approach here. MVU trying to rely on their speed on the outside to pick up a first down. Hubbard in at quarterback this time. And she's also taking that wide left-hand turn. BFA coming across. And we've got a tackle just before around the 32-yard line. So that will be a defensive stop for BFA. And they'll be back on the field in offense. Great attempt by Hubbard there. And you got to give these ladies a lot of credit, just running right into a crowd with no pads on either. In a, as I said, friendly flag football game, there's a lot of contact that seems to be made. So BFA will now line up on their own 32-yard line. 1st and 10, about a minute 42 left in the first quarter. Carpenter, your quarterback. Nope, not Carpenter, number 16. That's Sierra Yates. And she'll take the ball herself up for about 5 yards or so. Love to see number 45 out there for BFA. We're not trying to play favorites here, but that is Sarah McElry, who is the daughter of one of our videographers at Northwest Access TV, Lane McElry. We're just keeping it in the family, not playing favorites. So about a minute left here in the first quarter. BFA up 6-0. 2nd and 6. On the 35-yard line. Again, Yates lining up at quarterback, tosses to her running back on the right side, and she's going to take it up. And no tackle yet. And now we are at the 46-yard line by number 14. It's Cassandra Reynolds with the tackle. Again, that play was by number 4, Grace Frades. Nice first down run. 30 seconds remain. Yates lined up at quarterback. And she's going to take it herself right up the middle. And stopped immediately by the defensive line. Tackle there by number 33, Kira Schaefer. And with that, we'll probably see the end of the first quarter here at the 2022 Powderpuff Game between BFA and MVU. So the refs will reset the ball, we'll switch sides, and continue on to the second quarter. So again, I'd like to thank you for watching the 2022 Powderpuff Game between BFA and MVU. We're thrilled to be able to have our team here broadcasting for those that cannot watch live in the stadium, but it does seem like all of St. Albans and Swanton/Highgate is here tonight. So BFA, 2nd and 10. And we got a drop ball. She's going to pick it up, but in this game, if you drop the ball, then that's the end of the play. Just to keep it nice and safe for the players out there, so you don't have any collisions for people going after the ball. That was number 16 again, Sierra Yates at quarterback.
Yeah, why can't she pick it up?
3rd and 15 for BFA. Only 1 second coming off the clock there. BFA had scored their first touchdown with a counter run by Elena Carpenter. Quarterback lines up, a nice spiral from the quarterback. My goodness. That's a little 20-yard bomb. I don't have a number yet from who threw the ball, but I'll get it in one moment. I'd like to see the Bob Whites do more of that, actually. I'm trying to see what number we have here. So that was number 40, Isabel Schuford, with a great-looking ball for 20 yards. So we got 4th and 15 for BFA. They're going to punt, and the rest of MVU is just going to go all the way down the field and catch it. So here's the punt from BFA, and a great 30-yard kick, and that's where we're going to start the play. So there's not going to be any run backs. That was 00 Abigail Raleigh who caught the ball for the punt. An unusual setup and look for a punt, but effective nonetheless. So MVU will now take over on offense. BFA back on defense. Some of the numbers that I can see out there. We have Nicole Trahan, McKenna Hughes, number 24, Drew Ducalon. Number 17, Emma Archambault. Number 22, Maddie Carey. And just some of the names out there on defense that I can read from about 100 feet away. So that's number 10 for MVU, Destiny Pigeon at quarterback. Another quarterback, or the coach for BFA trying to figure out why the MVU quarterback was able to get a fumbled hike and still run with it. And I believe it's just because it is the hike. It's not an actual trade-off of the ball. As long as they're still getting the ball, they're good to go. So going to run to the right side, and a lot of room, but tackled just before the line of scrimmage by number 29, McKenna Hughes. If not mistaken, I believe McKenna Hughes is part of a set of family that watches our streams very occasionally over the winter months, the Hughes crew. I could be wrong, and if I am, it's okay. I'm volunteering. Again, 6-0 BFA over MVU, 10:35 remaining in the second quarter. MVU faced with a 3rd and 10. And they're going to pass up the middle and almost caught by number 22, McKenna Vincent. If she had caught that, that may have been 6. There was no one else in front of her on defense for BFA. Some of the best looks either of these two teams are getting are when they actually throw the ball as opposed to running it to the left or right. Wondering if that will inspire the coaching staff to call some more passing plays. Right now, MVU faced with a 4th and 10 on the 35-yard line. BFA's defense so far sporting a shutout. Ava Hubbard with the ball with an end around to the left side. She'll take it straight up and tackled about 4 yards deep by number 24, Drew Ducalon. So both teams will switch sides once again. BFA back on offense after a 4th down stop. Woman in motion, Carpenter in motion. She's going to fake the handoff to the sweep, and then number 40, Shuford, has got the left side. She tries to juke her defender, and she is in for a BFA touchdown. Nice little stop and go on the 2-yard line to take it in for 6. So BFA now up 12-0. It was a great 40-yard run by number 40, Isabel Shuford. She also had that impressive pass attempt last quarter as well. Doing it all tonight. So BFA will line up to go for 1 or 2. Again, depending, I believe, on what type of play it is. Number 2, Elena Carpenter, is set up at quarterback. Number 12, Lila Rouleau, to her left. She'll pitch it to number 21, who jukes her defender and takes it to the right side and is in for the extra point. That was number 22, Maddie Carey. And it looks like that will be a 2-point conversion. So BFA now up 14-0 with 9:36 remaining in the second quarter. The BFA student section trying to rally up the MVU student section, but half of them were not on the same page there. Again, it's been a friendly cheering squad for the most part tonight between both schools. Got BFA now headed out on defense. A couple more numbers that I can see from here. Number 10, Maddie Montaigne in the backfield at free safety. You got number 15, Jaden Wallant, over on linebacker. So MVU would take the ball, hand it off, and it is dropped at the handoff, so the ball will be spotted right there. You'll see number 52 for MVU on offense tonight, Kaylee Fournier, and number 9, Kiera Longway. And Maddie Saunders out there as well, number 4. Do our best here to sprinkle out the names here to try and have everyone represented. So Pigeon with the handoff over to number 00, tackled in the backfield. So again, it's Abigail Raleigh with the ball. Tackled by BFA. So still facing a 3rd and long. So Pigeon will substitute out, which likely means we're going to get Ava Hubbard at quarterback. Seems to be the two that are taking the helm there behind center, as predicted. So Hubbard with the hike, and it's going wide around, but tackled by number 1, Hannah Brannon, again in the backfield. And MVU now faced with a 4th and 15. We may see one of those odd punt formations. Or maybe not. So Hubbard now coming out of the game, and a couple others as well. Number 11, Madison Guyette, substituting out of the game. Looks like MVU will be going for it here on 4th and 12. BFA up 14-0, 7:45 remaining in the game. Number 10, Destiny Pigeon, playing quarterback right now. She'll take the ball, toss it right to center, and almost intercepted. Again, that was to number 22, Mackenzie Vincent, just off her hands, and a couple defenders there waiting for the ball, but trickled away. So BFA now will take over on their own, on MVU's 22-yard line, 14-0, leading MVU. Not much of a substitution on defense for some of those players on MVU. We've got Ariana Brewer, number 2, out on defense. Number 11, Madison Guyette. BFA. So we had Sierra Yates lining up at quarterback here for BFA. Let's see, we've got number 22, yep, Mackenzie Vincent over on defense for MVU. Number 14 out there, Cassandra Reynolds playing free safety. And number 16, Sarah Yates at quarterback. Number 13, Sharp on the left side. So we got another fumble there. So the ball will be down right where the ball fell. So looking at about 2nd and 18 now for BFA. Genevieve LeClaire split out far wide. Yates with the hike is going to toss deep to the left side. Number 25. Annika Fursing, who was wide open, but the ball thrown just a tad bit too far. Yates has the next play from the coaching staff, and we'll huddle the team together. MVU on the other side, looking for a huge stop here. BFA backed up almost 20 yards, 3rd and 20. Lined up at QB. Person in motion, takes the snap, tosses to the left side, and just missed by number 13, Sharp. It's a Mia Sharp. .42, Abby, I believe it's Vanya's, if I'm wrong. Shoot us a comment over on our YouTube page, and we'll try to correct it as the game goes on. So Yates has the call from the coaching staff, brings the team to a huddle. We'll break here with a 4th and 20, 6:32 remaining. BFA up 14-0. Player in motion, and it's going to be a handoff to the right side instead, but a tackle in the backfield by number 7, Melanie Buskey. A 5-yard loss on the play. So that BFA would have been handed a 25 yards to go. For a first down, but instead MVU will head back out on offense. And some great field position too at the 40-yard line. So BFA lining up. We've got wide receiver on the near side. Some players kind of looking back at the quarterback like, what's the play? And they're going to take all timeout. Probably a good idea if we're all looking around not wondering where we're supposed to be. So MVU will take their first timeout. Both teams will huddle together in order to move forward here. MVU has just stopped BFA on a 4th and 25. And now have the ball 1st and 10 on their own 40. Down 14 to BFA with 6:27 remaining. I want to thank our crew here tonight for Northwest Access TV. We have Alan on the switcher tonight and broadcasting live to all our thousands and thousands of people on YouTube and beyond. Megan on the center camera up here in the booth with us. Mason and Hunter down at the field with our lovely wireless HDMI transmitters that will just allow us to give you some great looks here at the complex. and myself, Paul Snyder, Executive Director for Northwest Access TV, giving you the call and the play-by-play. Doing my best not to make a fool of myself here. As number 3 gets the ball for MVU, take it up the left side, and still going strong. That's number Erica Nichols, who's finally tackled about the 38-yard line or so. Maybe a little bit before then, she may have stepped out of bounds. But a great run by Nichols. Give MVU a little momentum here as we are halfway through the second quarter. We're not sure what the plans are for halftime, if there are any special dedications or comments during so, but we'll keep it live here on Northwest Access TV to give you some sights and sounds of halftime. So MVU 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. So she must have stepped on just before then. Another handoff, and unfortunately another fumble at the time. That was Abigail Raleigh. Just missing the ball there from number 10, Destiny Pigeon. Pigeon with the hike, and again with that, trying to go around the entire team here. That's number 11, Madison Guyette, but number 20, Cadence Bocash with the tackle. A 10-yard loss here. So 3rd and 20 for MVU, 4:52 remaining in the second quarter. History were any indication of the play here today, we might be seeing either a deep run to the outside or a pass up the middle. And we're going to get a stoppage of play. The hike was a little low for Ava Hubbard. And we're going to have now 4th and 24. Chain game is a moving, but it is not a switch of the field here. It's got a little bit of a substitution here for MVU. They've got a very long play to complete here in order to get the first down. Could be another throw to Mackenzie Vincent, who's lined up on the right side here, near side. Oh, we're going to go left side. Almost caught by Abigail Raleigh, but instead another shutdown defensive stop by BFA. So it'll be 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line for BFA. About 3:44 remaining in the second quarter. BFA and MVU both huddling together. So we have Elena Carpenter back at quarterback. And we're going to have a halfback throw instead. It just doesn't get there, so it's a quarterback toss option to the running back. A little trickery here for the Powderpuff Game at Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Complex. Needs some kind of action to take place here to get this crowd riled up. Not as cold as it was last night for the Bob White's game against South Burlington. And another fumbled snap, unfortunately. So now 3rd and about 14 for BFA, but looks like Coach Rai is going to take a timeout here and gather the crew together to try and pick up some momentum before the end of the half. Well, 3rd and 15 for BFA. Already up 14-0 with 3:29 remaining. Coach has said his piece and try and move forward here with some positive yardage. Number 40, Schuford, is lined up at quarterback. She'll take the hike, and we're going to have a throw deep left side. Almost caught by number 41, Molly Smith. She was wide open on the left side. Great toss by Schuford as well. We've seen several of those, and it's probably only a matter of time tonight until we see a connection. Something you really can't hang your head down if you're Schuford, because she's putting the ball right on those wide receivers. So BFA facing now a 4th and 15, 3:23 remaining. Number 2, Elena Carpenter, lined up at quarterback. She's got trip side to the near side here and wide receivers. She's going to take a run to the left side, just out of the reach of the defensive back, and take it up and tackled at about the 26-yard line, swinging into one of the reporters here on the sideline. And it may be enough for BFA first down. We'll have to see how the refs mark it. And it looks like it is just shy of a first down, so MVU will take over at the 27-yard line. What a great attempt, though, by BFA to try and take it on the outside for a first down. Truly a game of inches, even in a flag football fundraising game. So MVU with a chance here to put some points on the board before the half. 3:14 remaining. Pigeon with Hubbard, sorry, rather, with the, oh, nice hit on the right side as well by number 3. Natalie Cobb. It looks like she may have hurt herself as well. And yep, she's going down, so probably need to take a injury time out here. She did have a great run on the right side and just collided with one of the BFA players. She may have done something to her ankle, and look at that, coaching staff for MVU pick her up and take her right on out. Probably a good decision, given she didn't seem to be able to continue on down the field. So now MVU looking and saying, hey, we kind of need a replacement for Cobb. Not Cobb, sorry, number 3, Erica Nichols for MVU. Switching the teams up here. So MVU lined up again. Number 10, Pigeon with the handoff, and another run by double zeros. And she's still going and just tackled about the 46-yard line. That was Abigail Raleigh. Great run off the left side. With 2:54 remaining. MVU with another first down. So the Thunderbirds deciding not to abandon the run game just yet. Hoping that everything will connect. And it just seems to be, honestly, with the dropped fumbles or the snaps themselves that have kind of killed momentum here. That's Hubbard on coming to the near side, trying to turn it upfield, and will just barely do so for about 3 yards or so. Nice attempt of a tackle by number 29, McKenna Hughes, in the backfield, diving for the flag. And a Brandon out there, number 1 as well, number 15, Jaden Wallen. 44, Olivia McDonald playing the defensive line. MVU again, 2nd and 8. Pigeon with the ball, running with Raleigh. And just tackled about a couple yards short of the first down, but still pushing up the field for positive yards. It's about 2 minutes remaining here, and I don't know if we're going to get a 2-minute warning. Nope. We're going to continue on. So MVU facing a 3rd and 1. Again, bearing any. There we go. And there's the handoff to the right side. And she's got the first down, tackled by number 17, Emma Archambault. That was number 11 with the run, Madison Guyette. Another first down for MVU. Clock starting to tick down at 1:34. Just another 40 yards or so to go to put some points on the board before the half. To which MVU, I believe, would receive the ball since they did defer in the start the game. But they got to hurry it up a little bit here if they want to try and get into that end zone. Pigeon with the hike. Snap, taking it off to the left side, and plenty of room to go there on the far left. Still running. Finally stepping out of bounds about the about 28-yard line. And another first down for MVU, and more importantly, stops the clock. Another timeout again by MVU. And thank you for all who are watching here on Northwest Access TV's YouTube channel or on our main channel 1079 on Comcast Xfinity.
Or at least turn to eat.
Typically, we're always asking for donations for our broadcasts and for our nonprofit organization, but in lieu of that, if you would be so kind to make a donation or spend some time giving back to Camp Ta-Kum-Ta or the Jim Bashaw Cancer and Catastrophic Illness Fund, I think that would do this county a whole lot of help with making sure that those two organizations are well taken care of to help so many of us here in Franklin and Grand Isle County.
Sheetrock's up and taped and mudded. Hopefully start paint this week, next week. But
So MVU, 1st and 10, 47 seconds left, down 14 to BFA. Hubbard with the hike and tries to evade defender number 29, McKenna Hughes, but a tackle for a loss, and the clock will continue to tick. 35 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. MVU looking for a large chunk of yardage here with only seconds remaining. Hubbard takes the snap, hands it off to Raleigh. Raleigh takes it up on the left side, evades a defender, and tackled by number 24, Drew Ducalon. And we got another timeout for MVU with 10 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Both teams will get together with their respective coaches and figure out a game plan here with 3rd and 7 remaining here. MVU on the 26-yard line, down 14 points to BFA. We've seen some sparks of inspiration from MVU when it comes to the run game, and some just slightly missed connections on offense for BFA for some huge passing games, or passing gains. MVU breaks their huddle early and is ready to go for what could be the final play of the first half. Pigeon takes the snap, and we are going to have a pass to the right side, which is actually caught by Raleigh and almost taken in for a touchdown after the tip from their defender. And I don't know if a timeout even remains for MVU. That might be the end of the game. And we're going to actually have a timeout from BFA, a little sportsmanship there maybe. Not sure if the clock was going to be stopped or not. Great play by Raleigh to come down with that ball. So it looked like more of a toss-up. Tipped by one of the BFA players, caught by MVU, brought down to about the 11-yard line or so. So now we're probably looking at one more pass with 1 second to go. Both teams breaking the huddle. Pigeon lined up at quarterback. 2 running backs, a couple wide receivers, tight ends. We're going to take it, toss it straight up the middle, and it is almost caught by number 22, McKenna Vincent. They've been running that play a couple times tonight and come so close to connecting. So that'll end the half here for BFA and MVU for the 2022 Powderpuff. BFA up 14-0. Touchdown run by Elena Carpenter and a touchdown run by Isabel Schufford. So again, we'll kind of stick it here at Northwest Access TV. We'll stay on for the halftime, whatever it happens to be. We got about 10 minutes or so until we are back for the second half. So we'll take a break here on the mics and kind of just let the video do the talking and the showing of what's going on here at the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Complex. Welcome back for the second half here at the Collins Pearly Sports and Fitness Complex, the 2022 rendition of Powderpuff between MVU and BFA. BFA up 14-0 against MVU. A couple touchdown runs, one by number 2, Elena Carpenter, and number 40, Isabel Schufford. As noted, MVU will start with the ball. Destiny Pigeon lined up at quarterback for the Thunderbirds.
They're going towards the sack bar. You're good, Hunter. Yep.
So play will resume here for the third quarter. Handoff to the near side. Taking it up, but tackled just in the backfield by number 35. Lillian O'Neill, first time we've called her name tonight. I believe that was number 11, Madison Guyette, with the run. Now, 2nd and 11 for the Thunderbirds. And a botched handoff once again. Play will stop and be 3rd and about 13 for MVU. A little foreshadowing here for BFA, but they are tossing the ball quite a bit on the sidelines here, so you might see hopefully a little more passing against what has already been a heavy run game. Hubbard lined up at quarterback, keep it herself as she takes it up and towards the middle of the field, still going, No tackle yet. No, looks like we did have one back at the 30-yard line. So about 4th and 5 to go. MVU hoping to march down the field and put some points on the board and not give BFA a short field here. Pigeon with a hike, tossing straight down the middle. Caught by Vincent in the middle of the field and still going strong until she's tackled about the 48-yard line. That play has finally connected for MVU. Again, they have gone to that play a few times tonight and have finally seen some positive yardage for it. So 1st and 10 for MVU at the 47-yard line, 48-yard line. How could they not go for a 20-yard pass on 4th and 5? 9.5 minutes remaining. Hubbard with the snap, but handed off to number 11, Madison Guyette. Tackled a few yards beyond the line of scrimmage. And funds for this game are raised for 2 great causes here in Franklin Grand Isle County, the Camp Ta-Kum-Ta, and also the Jim Bashaw Cancer and Catastrophic Illness Fund. More on that in just a moment. So we get the play started here on the near side and a tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Again, that by number 29, McKenna Hughes. Number 11 for MVU, Madison Guyette with the run. So their goal this year for both teams was to raise around $25,000 for both causes, and over the course of the last 13 years have raised in the realm of $240,000 for both causes. A great accomplishment by both schools and both communities over the course of the last 13 years. So another fumbled snap there for MVU. It's now 4th and about 12 or so. A player out on defense for BFA. See the trainer. And that leaves them with only 10 on the field currently, so they need another player out there. And in will come number 34, Heather Lesperance. Pigeon lined up at quarterback, takes the snap, but it looks like they may have drawn the defense off sides. And they will, so MVU will get a free 5 yards here and make their attempt at a first down that much easier. Fourth and 7 remaining for MVU. Pigeon at quarterback. Takes the snap. No handoff, will take it herself to the left side. Cuts inside, but is tackled by BFA just a couple yards beyond the line of scrimmage here. So it will now be BFA ball at the 48-yard line. Couldn't get a number there on the tackler, but we'll keep our eyes glued to see what we can see. Just waiting for some of the players to turn around. They don't have numbers on the front of their shirts like the other football teams. BFA back on offense now. Tackled in the backfield. That tackle was made, by the way, by BFA by Kira St. Francis. And it looks like the crowd is finally starting to liven up a bit. BFA facing a 2nd and 12, 6:48 remaining, up 14. Carpenter's the quarterback, hands off to the near side, and a huge tackle for a loss by Vincent. It's number 9, Kelsey Miles, who was grabbing the ball as a running back. Sierra Yates now back in the game, who is lined up as quarterback. So we've got a couple options here between Yates and Carpenter. Hand off. Still going, still going. Cuts inside and tackled eventually. That was number 5, Rowan Horrigan with the long run. Number 7, Melody Buskey with the tackle. Touchdown saving tackle. BFA moving it right back down the field. First down BFA, 5:45 remaining here in the 3rd quarter. New set of downs. A couple of substitutions on defense. Yates takes the handoff to the right side and tackled by number, I believe, 17, Eleanor McGuire. But some positive yardage nonetheless. Well, 2nd and 7 now for BFA. Gotta give a lot of credit to the MVU team. They are outnumbered 2-1 here by BFA, so endurance certainly on BFA's side. Yates lined up at quarterback. Frades and Sharp in the backfield with her. Toss to Frades and tackled at the line of scrimmage, so a loss of 3 there. Well, 3rd and 9 for BFA. 4:10 remaining. Yates lined up at quarterback. Same backfield as before. 42 in motion. Toss to the left side and no catch by number 13, Mia Sharp. So it'll be a loss of downs there. 4 and 12 to go for the first down. Yates with the ball, handoff inside, tackled by number 22, Mackenzie Vincent. She's been all over the field today. So MVU with a defensive stop, and they'll receive the ball here on offense to make their trek down about 70 yards or so. All it takes is one big play, especially in flag football. It's not as cut and dry as tackle. Sometimes that flag can slip out of your hands. MVU facing a 14-point deficit here with 3:44 remaining in the 2022 Powderpuff flag football game, with funds raised for Camp Ta-Kum-Ta and the Jim Bashaw Cancer and Catastrophic Illness Fund. Hubbard with the ball, fumbled the snap, and looks like they're just going to call it a down. Looks like just some fun news here at the complex. The person that won the 50-50 raffle here, which was for $450, decided to donate it right back to the cause. Again, that generosity really showing here in this community between these two communities and throughout the county. Hopefully that helps them on their way to that $25,000 goal for this year. Pigeon to the far side, taking it all the way up and still not tackled, but out of bounds just before the first down. Another less than a yard here for MVU. The run game seems to be working for MVU. Just again, the momentum is lost a little bit with the fumbled snaps. Now the BFA senior girls trying to get the crowd amped up a little bit. Well, 3:02 remaining for those that can't see the time. Hubbard with the snap to Raleigh up the middle, and finally tackled, but for a first down at the 40-yard line. Dukelon and Archambault making their way out onto the field for substitutions, kind of like line changes for the Comets during the winter season. Madison Guyette out wide to the left side. Pigeon in at quarterback, gonna take it herself, and unfortunately tackled for a loss here, and by number 29. McKenna Hughes has got a handful of tackles tonight, to her credit. Second and 12 for MVU, 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Sorry, the game is kind of flying by here. Oh, number 3, Erica Nichols back in the game, and another crash tackle. We saw her take a great run up to the right side before having to come out of the game with what looked like an ankle injury, and didn't take her long to get back into the game here. So 3rd and 9 for MVU. About 1:06 remaining here in the third quarter. MVU looking to just really get into the end zone and pick up some positive yardage here. Pigeon in at quarterback. And it looks like we're going to take a timeout for MVU. Yep. So both teams will reconvene with their coaches real quick just to go over some game plan stuff and get back for that 3rd and 9. And if you've enjoyed the broadcast tonight and have some time on your hands this winter, we're going to be busy here at Northwest Access TV. We've got about 80 games on tap to go live from the several locations over Franklin County, the Highgate Arena, MVU, and BFA High School, as well as the Collins Fairley Sports Complex for some hockey and basketball all winter long. just an encore of what we were able to accomplish last year as an organization, covering more games than we know what to do with, and a lot more games than some other organizations throughout the state as well. And happy to bring those broadcasts to you on a yearly basis, on a seasonal basis here for the high school teams. So back at it now, 3rd and 9, 40 seconds to go in the third quarter. Pigeon with the snap, looks like going to take it herself. Punch it out to the right side, but tackled again by McKenna Hughes, number 29, who has been a force on the outside there. No one has really gotten past her there on the near side. Oh, Lawrence Taylor action here. Or J.J. Watt for those that are not my age. So MVU facing a 4th and 10, and that's actually going to do it as the clock hits zeros for the third quarter. We'll take a quick break here to meet with their coaches, and then we'll flip the field for the 4th and final quarter for the 2022 Powderpuff flag football game between BFA and MVU, with all funds looking to benefit the Camp Ta-Kum-Ta, and Jim Bashaw Cancer and Catastrophic Illness Fund. Again, their goal for this year was somewhere in the realm of $25,000. And over the course of the last 13 or so years, both teams and communities have raised over $240,000 for both those organizations. So some great generosity seen over the last 12 years as it pertains to the research and donations and positive actions from those two organizations. So MVU, again, will flip the field here, and they'll be heading north now. 4th and 10, or right to left for those watching at home. Need a big play here to keep the momentum going. And it looks like we're going to have a false start by 00 Abigail Raleigh. And we're going to back the field up a little bit. Maybe not, maybe we're actually moving it forward. The refs haven't yet to indicate who has been penalized here. And it is MVU, so false start on them, so another 5 yards. So it'll be 4th and 5 now for MVU. Passing play to the right side and tipped away by number 1, Hannah Brannon. So BFA will now take over on downs. 11:55 remaining in the fourth quarter, entire game. Try and catch some other numbers out there to give some recognition. Erica Broderick is out on defense for MVU. 33, Kira Schaefer as well. 14, Cassandra Reynolds playing free safety. On BFA, we've got Lena Carpenter lined up at quarterback. She'll take the snap, keep it herself. Evade a defender on the left side, keep going up the left side. No one's stopping her. She's got both flags and a BFA touchdown for Elena Carpenter. A lot of confusion there on defense and offense. But Elena's got both flags, which means that she's got 6 points. So BFA now up 20-0. Carpenter with 2 touchdowns to her name tonight. And they'll try and go for 2 once again. Liz Carpenter lined up at quarterback once again. Player in motion. And a botched snap again, so the play will be dead. And we will move on to MVU heading back to offense and BFA on defense. No kickoffs here in flag football, at least in this fundraising event, just to limit some unnecessary injuries. So MVU will start off on the 25-yard line, down 20 points. This similar crowd saw a little bit of a heartbreaker last night between BFA and Burlington South Burlington in their homecoming game, complete with halftime fireworks. BFA looking to heal those wounds quickly with a Powderpuff win over MVU. MVU down one player here as they break the huddle. 1st and 10, MVU to begin their next drive. BFA looking to preserve the shutout with 11:42 remaining. Hubbard in at quarterback. Handoff. And again, tackled. That's number 24, Drew Dukalon. Second and 10 for MVU. Pigeon in at quarterback. Handoff to the right side to number 52, Fournier. Tackled by number 29, Kenna Hughes.
Any heat in there, Kev? Any heat in there? I'm all settled in right here.
MVU facing a 3rd and 10. A short tackle for a loss. 10:22 remaining. BFA up 20-0.
They learned from last year.
Quarterback keeper to the left side. Gonna take it up. No one's touched her yet. Still no flag. Oh, but the flag did fall out. Number 17. The BFA Emma Archibald just snagged that flag out. That would have been a touchdown for Ava Hubbard. A little disbelief by the defense, honestly, when they looked back to see the flag on the ground. Just swiped that out of the socket. These aren't those rip-away flags. These are ball and socket flags, so sometimes you can hear the pop as you're running. So a first down for MVU on the 40-yard line. It's a great run. No one really on the near side here for BFA, so really can pick up some yardage. Pigeon in at quarterback. Takes it herself to the right side. Has to get around number 29, McKenna Hughes, but similar to the rest of this game, undoing. They've got Dukalon and Hughes on the ends here for BFA, and they just seem to be able to really chase down whatever running back is trying to take it out wide. It's Hubbard in at quarterback. She'll hand it off. Another run to the outside. And another tackle for a loss. That was number 52, Kaylee Fournier, but a tackle by number 22, Maddie Carey. A huge tackle for a loss. We're looking at about 20 yards or so for a first down now. And we've got an injury on the ground right now for BFA. So we're going to get a quick timeout here and show you some crowd shots while we continue on, and medical training staff can attend. Maybe we can get a shot of the booth up here by one of our videographers, and while we're waiting again for medical staff kind of to attend to the injury on the ground. I did not see which player it was. And unfortunately with the numbers I really won't, but she's walking off on her own power, which is always a good sign. I know some of it's a little difficult when you're here, you know, you get hurt during a charity event. But seems to be okay, and if anything, mad about potentially being hurt or being taken out. That was number 10, Maddie Montaigne. Certainly fired up. So MVU facing a 3rd and 17 with 8:18 remaining. Hubbard takes the ball to the outside on the near side here, cutting the corner and tackled at the 45-yard line by number 22, Maddie Carey. Another tackle, Maddie Carey, but now it is 4th and about 5 to go for MVU. MVU, one more chance here for a first down. 4th and 5, 7:29 remaining. Pigeon with the ball. Going to take it up the left side, but tackled for a loss again by number 29, McKenna Hughes. The Hughes crews are excited about that one. So BFA will now take over on offense. Up 20-0 with 7:19 remaining. Seems to be, we just keep saying the same names here of Ducalon and Hughes and on defense. Anyway. And again, as we mentioned before, excited to see number 45 in at the game. That is Sarah McElry, who is the daughter of one of our videographers, Lane McElry. Just fake run to the right side and takes it left. It's number 16, Sierra Yates. I'm sure you'll see a good portion of these student athletes as BFA takes the timeout, playing this winter and spring, and you can catch all those games for basketball and hockey for both BFA and MVU on Northwest Access TV. We'll be streaming to our YouTube page, possibly through, you can find those links via our Facebook page. Hit those notifications and you'll be able to find out when those games are going to be played. We'll put out updates throughout the week of where we're going to be live and when. And if you'd like to join in on the fun of those broadcasts, you certainly can. We're always looking for volunteers to help out with our commentary or run cameras. You can reach out to staff at 802-782-8676. And we will get you all trained up and schedule you for whatever kind of sporting event and community event that you are passionate about. We're always looking to increase our staffing for the winter sports season because it's such a big deal to so many of you that watch in Franklin County and beyond. So 2nd and 10 for BFA. Player in motion. And tackled for a loss here. Number 1. That was, I don't have a number 1. So number 7 maybe? Yeah, Melody Busky with a tackle. Ponytail there got in the way of the 7 and threw me for a loop. So 3rd and 10-ish. Oh, 3rd and 13 for BFA. 6:18 remaining in the game. MVU yet to cross that goal line.
He's pushing hard. We all know that.
BFA not really holding back either. They're still trying to progress for positive yards here. So Yates in at quarterback, tossing back, and almost a completed pass to number 6, Genevieve LeClaire. Great toss and just out of the reach. Yates grabs the call and heads back to the huddle. 5:48 remaining. 4th and 13 for BFA. MVU hoping for a stop here so they can get back on offense. And
75 years. 79 currently. Yeah, only averaging between 60 and 70. Yeah, this
4th and 13. Handoff to number 42. And tackled just before the line of scrimmage. So again, that was number 42 with the ball, Abby Vanez. Apologize for any mispronunciations. So MVU with a stop, and we'll get the ball back with 5:40 remaining. Hop back on offense. A couple of numbers I can see out there. Eleanor Maynard at number 8 for BFA, playing cornerback. See any other numbers that I can catch out there. Number 32 for BFA, Kaylee LaRose. Defensive line. Pigeon with the hike. And still going, number 11, straight up the middle. Finally tackled about the 50-yard line. 50-yard line sporting a nice pink stripe for the occasion. About 2nd and 5 now for MVU, with 5:20 remaining. I have a feeling that if MVU does score here, you're not going to know that it's their only touchdown for the Thunderbirds. I feel like the crowd may get a little more into it, as they should be. Pigeon again at quarterback, takes the hike and the handoff to the left side. And and a trip up, not necessarily a flag tackle, a sweep the leg. It was Maynard with the tackle. 13 for MVU. Ava Hubbard with the run. And we got about 4th and a couple inches. I think the refs are going to give them that first down, and they do. So 1st down, MVU with 4:30 remaining. On the 45-yard line. MVU breaks the huddle. Clock's running. Pigeon at quarterback. And is going to take it herself to the right side. And still taking it to the right side. Trying to cut up the middle. Finally does, and stopped about a couple yards past the line of scrimmage. And hard to see the numbers from this distance. .348 left in the game. MVU looking to get their first score of the game. Pigeon with the hike. Tosses it over to number 13. And finally tackled. That was number 13, Ava Hubbard. Finally tackled about the 12-yard line. A great run on the left side, and MVU knocking on the door of touchdown season. About 3:20 remaining. First down for MVU. Going to get their first points of the game. Very, very close. Pigeon in at quarterback. And run to the right side. Couple blocks by Hubbard. Still going up. Finally tackled. Couple collisions, and the ball drops, actually. So I think that's just where they're going to mark it down, is where the ball fell out. Second down. And about second and 5 or so. Second and 6. MVU still can get a first down without scoring. I think they're got their eyes on the goal line. Pigeon with the hike, tossing to Hubbard. Hubbard will take it to the outside. Still going, no tackle yet, and now that is number 24, Drew Ducalon. Well, 2 minutes remaining. We got a timeout, MVU, as we sit at 3rd and 6.
Do you see us? Yeah, go to the right. Go to the right a little bit. There you go. Yeah.
2:06 remaining. 20-0. BFA over MVU. 3rd and 6 right now is the current down. Pigeon in at quarterback. Madison Guyette as her halfback, and Hubbard also as a halfback. Raleigh on the near side, and we're going to toss it up to, looks like that similar play to Vincent up the middle as a tight end, but was not able to turn around for the ball. So now it is 4th and 6 MVU. Clock stopped at 2:01. A little bit of a substitution here. MVU really just needs to get into the end zone in some capacity. Again, they may celebrate like they're winning if they can. Pigeon lined up at quarterback. Takes the snap, running to the right side, gets a block on the right side, but another tackle by number 29, McKenna Hughes. We've kind of can put that soundbite on loop tonight. So BFA will take over on offense and will likely finish the game off at what we kind of currently have that score at. Just a few short plays here. We got about 1:53 remaining. That was possibly MVU's last chance to try and get into the end zone, unless for some reason there is an interception or anything like that. Shufford is lined up as quarterback, and when she does, that means they're typically throwing the ball, and she will downfield and just out of the reach of number 12, Layla Rulo. Shufford lined up at quarterback. I mean, we've only seen her throw the ball, and it's. I'm glad that BFA is taking that approach, make it a little more fun here with just a couple minutes remaining. like there was a penalty on BFA, and MVU has elected to decline the penalty, so it'll just be 2nd and 10 with 1:47 remaining. BFA breaks the huddle. We got 1:47 remaining. Carpenter back in at quarterback. So we're likely here to see a run. And sure enough, there it is. And she's on her way up the right side. That's number 5, Rowan Horrigan, who will take it all the way for a touchdown. And no, actually, oh no, this not good. So Horrigan's flag actually fell out at the 25-yard line. And because that's kind of how the rules are, she's now down at the 25-yard line, even though no one touched her flag. And it really is really not much, I guess, the ref could do except maybe give her the touchdown, considering no one was near here for another 15 yards. But that's the way that they're going to play by those particular rules. I think with a,
falls off and they call that a tackle.
so, because it's similar to the player falling down, but I mean, no one really even touched her the entire way up, so it's not like someone hit it loose on her way up the field. Just, she was running so fast, the flag came out. So 1:20 remaining for BFA, which would have been a highlight reel type of play. And Carpenter's going to keep the ball herself and take it to the left side. She'll race the defender for the end zone, and a 3rd touchdown for Elena Carpenter. That's 3 on the day. BFA now up 26-0. Carpenter had that speed on the outside and just had one defender to beat and then race for the pylon. And after a run like that, she'll just stay in at quarterback. The only positive note to this, for those watching at home, is that MVU will have one more chance on offense to possibly put some points on the board. Don't really see it as more of a running up the score situation, but more so of giving the other team a chance to keep playing. 26-0 BFA over MVU for the extra point. Carpenter takes the snap and will toss it to the left side and will catch it. That's number 41, Molly Smith. There was a flag on the play. We'll see if it stands. Refs really want to start making friends. Yeah, they're going to call it a good conversion, so 28-0. The refs were kind of already had their eyes rolled at them from the dropped flag, even though kind of got to do what you got to do. So BFA with the 2-point conversion, up 28-0. 1:01 left here for the 2022 Powderpuff Flag football game between BFA and MVU. MVU will have one last chance at getting into the end zone. They'll have a minute to do so. And they've had the plays tonight to be able to get into that end zone. It's just getting them all to line up all at once. I believe MVU may have one timeout left. A lot of passion coming from that BFA bench. So MVU has Hubbard lined up at quarterback, maybe? Nope, that's Pigeon lined up on quarterback, and she's going to look to throw. And it's caught by MVU, who's going to take it down the sideline. And she's still going. There goes number 00, Abigail Raleigh, for an MVU touchdown. What a pass, what a catch, what a run. And MVU scores their first points of the night with seconds remaining. Well, congrats to MVU for gutting it out for this entire game and being able to still put points on the board. It was not an easy task to do, to accomplish. So now they, with 46 seconds, will try for the extra point. That was a great series of events. And another pass up into the end zone and tipped away. So the extra point is no good, and BFA will take over at their own 25-yard line, up 28-6 with 46 seconds remaining. Again, I'd like to just shout out a special thank you to the crew here for Northwest Access TV. Alan, our technology coordinator at Northwest Access Television, running the booth. Ooh. Megan on the center camera, Mason and Hunter at the field cameras. BFA taking over at their own 25-yard line with 46 seconds remaining. Take a quick run to the right side, and still going is number 16. And there's Sierra Yates, no one touching her, and she's in for a BFA touchdown. 34-6, BFA leads it. As Yates continued to move up the right side, she just kept eluding a lot of the defenders that were grabbing for her flags. I was waiting for another incident with the flag kind of falling loose as she kept running, but that breakaway speed and into the end zone will cap off her Powderpuff night. So BFA will try for the extra point, as they are now up 34-6. We've seen quite a bit of scoring in the last 6-7 minutes or so. And again, MVU will have one last chance for the ball after this extra point. Schiffer is the quarterback, which means it's probably going to be a pass. And it was going to be. Until she had to scramble off to the right side. Number 19 for MVU, Corgagne with the tackle, I believe. Oh, no, number 7, Melanie Buskey. So BFA now up 34-6, 28 seconds remaining here for the Powderpuff flag football game. MVU back on offense. Again, still, I believe, with one timeout remaining. Pigeon lined up at quarterback. Will toss deep to Vincent, and just missed by the BFA defender as well. 21 seconds remaining in the game. There's many opportunities to get involved here at Northwest Access TV, whether it's through volunteering or you can even be a sponsor. We have several sponsors for the sports season. As we see another tackle on the left side as Hubbard takes the ball up for a few yards. So again, we have several sponsors that help make these productions possible, and your business can get involved as well. Just reach out to Paul Snyder at Northwest Access TV, 802-782-8676, and we'll kind of create that plan for you for how to get involved. That's going to do it as the clock finally strikes 000. BFA winning this rendition of the Powderpuff game 34-6, as both teams will head to center field for a handshake and fans and student sections are starting to depart the stands. Thank you again for everyone for watching this rendition of high school sports on Northwest Access TV. This has been the 2022 Powderpuff Game between BFA and MVU to help raise funds for Camp Ta-Kum-Ta and the Jim Bashaw Cancer and Catastrophic Illness Fund. Big thank you to our crew here tonight, Alan, Megan, Hunter, and Mason, for joining us for this special occasion, and happy to bring it to the hopefully thousands of you watching across Vermont and beyond.